Good morning. This is Reverend Christine Emmerling, and we have Reverend Mark Stuefloten and Reverend Teresa Stuefloten. To everyone listening, we welcome you to our Community of Infinite Spirit Sunday service. And we thank you for joining us. We will begin this morning with an opening song by Karen Drucker from her album Songs of the Spirit, titled, How Could Anyone Ever Tell You? And let us join together in prayer, beginning with the Divine Science Statement of Being. And I invite you to join in. God is all, both invisible and visible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. I am an individualized expression of God, and ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. And so it is. And let us bring our attention to our breath, knowing every breath we breathe is a sacred breath, a holy life-giving breath of pure love. This love lives and moves through our whole being. I am a radiant light of love. I am a radiant light of love. This light is growing, joining us together as one great beacon of love. We now extend our light of love to all life everywhere, both invisible and visible, all worlds, all dimensions, all universes. For we are truly one, one in spirit, one in God, one as love. And so it is. Amen. And Reverend Mark will now take over. It's my pleasure to have him share a meditation and reading with us.
Thank you, Reverend Dr. Christine. So true, we extend the light of our love out to the world, the universe, and beyond to everyone. How beautiful. You always open our service with such inspiring messages and love. I certainly feel your love. I have a reading from Joseph Murphy this morning, a divine scientist, minister, writer, and speaker, who is now working on the other side. But he left us such wonderful words of wisdom. The way to get rid of darkness is with light. The way to overcome cold is with heat. The way to overcome the negative thoughts is to substitute the good thought. End of quote. It all sounds so simple, and it is, but we know in practice, every day is a new practice to bring ourselves into that place where we want to be, open and loving, and to receive love. This morning's meditation begins with that thought, that positive thought of love. That love is so powerful, it washes away all our mistakes, starts us out a new slate. Not every day, but every second of our life. Love washes away the tears, washes away the fears, Love covers a multitude of things and heals them. And love gives us that experience of reaching out to someone else. Gives us that opportunity to truly connect hearts and souls through love. And I wish and hope that everybody has that experience of love and being loved. Let us close our eyes, take a deep breath, and just release everything, and know that love is working in our lives, working within us, around us. Our love, that humanness love, and that divine love, working as one, because we are one being, spiritual beings. And love rules. Love conquers all things. And we are love. We have love. We give love and we receive love. Like breathing in the air. Love is there. Our Creator loves all beings equally. Our Creator loves all beings equally. Love is not shown. How much we are loved is not shown by how much we have, how little we have. Love is with us with every breath. Divine love flows through us. And love is expressed through us, through all beings. Those who don't accept our love, cannot hear our love, or feel our love, will eventually feel our love, hear our love, and experience our love. Love eventually penetrates the hardest of hearts, the hardest to forgive. Love eventually will overcome, and forgiveness will flow. May all beings experience this love, this divine love that is given to everyone equally. May all beings experience this divine love. It is within us, and we have the power to express it. We begin by expressing that love to ourselves. There is no greater love than the divine love. And that divine love is within us, around us. We are encased in love. Feel that love. If you can't feel it, acknowledge it. Love is present in your life, in your very being. Express it. Tell the truth about it. You are loved. May all beings express and experience this love. May this divine love that flows through you and others be openly received and shared and passed on. For love is infinite, a continual flow that flows through us all. Let go of jealousy, let go of anger, let go of frustration. Let go of any failures. They are not yours. Let go of any successes and just be. For life alone is success. Life alone is abundance. Life itself is the great reward. And with that reward is divine love. And it is your love to express and to give and to receive. Our Creator loves all beings, regardless of mistakes, our failures, our successes. Our Creator loves us all equally. Our Creator loves all beings of all kinds equally. All creatures, great and small, our Creator loves. Our Creator loves the plants, the animals, the whole experience brings joy to our Creator. Love for all kinds. May we do the same. May divine love be our expression in our experience each second. May divine love express so much through us that is all we have is love. Love for our Creator, love for us, love for all beings. No jealousy, no anger, no resentment. No should-haves, would-haves, or could-haves. For we are one in our Creator. And that is enough. Take a moment now in the silence and feel that love that is there. Feel that divine flow running through you and for you, always working for your good. This love that is flowing through you, this love that is embracing you, immerse yourself in this love. Let it drown out all negative thoughts and issues and circumstances and experiences. Let it stand alone in your life. Come from love. Stay with love. Be the love. Let your hand always extend out. Reach out to lift someone up, to forgive. Put out both arms and reach out to give those hugs that are welcome. To shake that hand, to send a blessing, a smile. to let that divine love shine, to light up the hearts and minds and souls that are those who are sitting in darkness. Do not strike back. Renew that friendship. Heal that heart. Let that relationship begin to heal by your words of prayers and just seeing that person, that situation, that circumstance filled with love. Doesn't matter whose fault it was or how it was. Send them love. Send the blessings. Now, may your moments and seconds be expressions of love, thanksgiving, gratefulness, kindness, and may you experience that back. May you experience all love, all divine joy. May you be joyful, upbeat, and feeling that love, that divine love shine on you. And no one can take away. You are one with the divine. And so it is. And I do truly wish all of you love. And I'm thankful that you're here listening today. And now I will return the program to Reverend Dr. Christine for some more music in her wonderful message today.
Thank you, Reverend Mark, for that wonderful message and meditation. We shall now have a song by Dwayne Briggs from his album The Balanced Woman, titled Out of Confusion.
Out of confusion, now I can see. Out of confusion, oh how it's so clear to me. There's no reason to be looking over here and over there when each moment is forever as all illusions disappear. And even though the world keeps turning, I won't let it slip away from the lessons that I'm learning now. Far too high a price to pay. Won't let it slip away. Out of confusion, now I can see.
Today, my talk is about seeing through our illusions. I have found in New Thought in general that there is confusion to what is referred to as illusion. In the Divine Science Statement of Being, it says, God is all, both invisible and visible. One mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. I am an individualized expression of God and am ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. Then we clarify that God is omnipresent. God is all, everywhere, and eternal. Omniscience. God is all knowledge, wisdom, truth. And omnipotent. One power, everywhere present. And it is all good, pure love. And then we agree. Yes. In divine science, truth is eternal, and that which is temporary is not truth, but what we call illusion. Illusion is like a veil that covers our eyes or mind. Looking through a glass darkly, we view life through our fear-driven beliefs, and these alter how we perceive our reality of life. How we misperceive this world is then the illusion. But what about this body of ours? Christ Jesus called our body a holy temple. Yet many in New Thought say it is but illusion. I say it is how we perceive this beautiful holy temple that is the illusion. Do we see it as divinely good, the life and substance of God, or as sick, too fat, or too thin, old or weak? Then we begin to think about all this other stuff in our life that isn't so perfect. Here is where we start to stray from what we call truth versus illusion. There is a saying in divine science. Rule number 1, God is all. Rule number 2, all is good. And rule number 3, if you don't see it that way, then go back to rule number 1. God is all. What if you don't see it that way? Our perceptions may be faulty, tricking us to think or we believe something is imperfect. Being hungry, sick, poor, or lonely is undesirable and appears very real to the people experiencing this lack of goodness in their lives. But is there in truth any real lack of goodness anywhere? God being all and good, then the answer is no. It is about having a shift from a belief in a physical, material world that decays, dies, and has limited resources, to a spiritual world of consciousness that is intelligent, alive, unlimited, and eternal. This earth system we live in, the mountains, ground, trees, water, air, and all living creatures, are alive, intelligent, and its true nature is eternal and divine. In divine science, instead of saying material world or world of matter, we use the term spirit substance. Spirit substance is the underlying principle of all form. It is spirit or God expressing idea from the invisible to the visible creation of life. For me, it is easier to get the image of atoms, and they are countless like the stars. Everything in this physical world, including the invisible air we breathe, is made of atoms. Atoms don't die. They only change their form. For example, leaves on a tree are alive. Then they fall to the ground and decompose in the soil as they are eaten by microbes. Over time, decaying leaves release carbon back into the atmosphere as carbon dioxide. The atoms of the leaves never really died, but only changed their form. Therefore, life is eternal, and all that is eternal is real and not illusion. As human beings, we have acquired throughout life many beliefs, some consciously learned, but most unconsciously accepted. These beliefs become our rule book in how we live and experience our life here on earth. If something doesn't fit in our belief structure, then we reject it as impossible, doesn't exist, crazy thinking, or it must be a miracle. Jesus Christ said that we too can do these works, and even greater works than these shall we do. And yet, the general belief is that it is impossible to heal, feed the multitudes, turn water into wine, walk on water, or raise the dead. People have said that only Christ Jesus was special. Yet that isn't what he said. He said we shall do these things when we begin to think outside of our box of what we call normal and realize our true divine nature. The Christ in you, the hope and glory. I have a short story to share today called The Cave Story. This is an ancient story taught by spiritually illumined teachers to their students to illustrate the way we are easily hypnotized. I'm using Virginia Stevenson's version without her additional comments. This story is about a professor and a hypnotist. The professor, a teacher of psychology, was aware that there was something greater than the mind. He believed that there was a transcendental presence and power in each individual, which would carry him through any experience. After reading about the great magicians, hypnotists, and adepts in India, he wanted to travel there to go through an experience of initiation into which he would be totally hypnotized, to see if this unseen element in him would carry him through the experience. This unseen reality is called the Spirit of God in man, or spiritual consciousness. The professor went to India and found one of the best adepts available, one who was the most active and the most skillful in the art of illusion. He had an interview with the magician and said, "I want you to do everything you can to hypnotize me, so I can see if it is true that there is this higher consciousness that will carry me through any experience and restore me to my rightful mind." The magician answered, "I can tell you that not many people can go through what I can put them through and return to their rightful mind. If you want to go through it, fine, but many people have gone insane and have never been the same. I've had to go in and extricate them from their delusions." The professor replied, "I want to try it. I have a theory that there is something greater than the human mentality, that man has a guide, an inner presence that will take him through any circumstance." The magician laughed at him and said, "Well, we will see." Then the professor said, "I would like to see where this experience will take place." So the magician took him up into the mountains to a cave and gave him a kerosene lamp and said, "All the illusions will take place as you walk through this cave." The professor examined the cave very carefully, holding up the lantern so he could see every detail. It was a very ordinary cave. He could go through it in about 35 to 40 minutes. He found there was nothing in the cave that would hide any tricks, that there were man-made. It was just a cave. After walking through it with the magician and examining it very carefully, he said, "I will have a good night's rest, and tomorrow I will go through it." The next morning, as the professor and the magician walked toward the cave, the magician said, "Be careful where you walk. There are snakes around here." The professor had not walked very far when he saw snakes. He realized then that the hypnotism was already operating. The hypnotist had made this suggestion in such a normal tone and in such a kind way that the professor had immediately opened himself to the suggestion. He said to himself, "This is hypnotism. Just walk through it." As he approached the snakes, they disappeared. There were no real snakes. The professor lit his lantern and entered the cave. The magician said, "I will leave you here. Be careful. It is very dangerous." The professor knew that he was already under the magician's spell. He walked into the cave, and it seemed less familiar than the day before. He was aware of fear, and he was aware of being very cautious. He walked a short distance into the cave and was surprised to see a large cavern in the side of the cave, and in it there appeared to be tigers. He stopped, shaking with fear. He thought, "This is hypnotism. There are no tigers. It is impossible for a cavern to be there. It wasn't there yesterday. This whole picture is illusory, an aggressive mental suggestion." He walked through the appearance and felt the swipe of the tiger's paw. His heart raced, and beads of perspiration formed on his clammy brow. He walked through the illusory picture in spite of the fear, and there were no tigers. Suddenly there appeared before the professor a solid rock wall. He went up to it and hit it and pushed it, but it was immovable. So he stepped back and said to himself, "This is hypnotism. The whole feeling of material substance, the weight and density of this picture is hypnotic suggestion. This wall was not here yesterday, and if I resist it, I am just going to make it seem more real. So what do? I know the truth that this wall is non-existent. I will close my eyes to the material sense picture, and I will walk right through it." So he did, and there was nothing there to stop him, for the illusion had no externalized reality. For a while everything seemed fine as the professor walked on, until he saw a large, deep chasm. At the bottom was rushing water, and it was too wide for him to jump across. He reminded himself, this too is an illusion, a mental projection, and this mental picture has no externalized reality. He stopped, closed his eyes to the appearance, and walked on. He had a momentary sensation of falling, and then he felt solid ground. He opened his eyes and was aware of still being in the cave, but his lantern had gone out. He felt a great emotional strain after these experiences of terrifying mental projections that seemed so real. He was exhausted emotionally drained, and there was no way to light his lantern. The professor reasoned, "I have been in here no more than 15 minutes, and here I am, absolutely exhausted. So this feeling of exhaustion, too, must be hypnotism." He looked around the empty cave, which was quite dark, and sat down. He asked himself, "What did I come here for? So far, I have used my mind to make the correction every step of the way. I want to prove that there is a presence in me that will guide me through any appearance, regardless of how hypnotized I become. I know that this fatigue is not real. It has no physical cause. It is hypnotism due to my reaction to all these illusory pictures. If I succumb to that which is called normal, what will happen? As he sat there, he became thirsty, and he thought, thirst is also normal. It's a normal sensation, but I should not be thirsty in such a short time. Is this hypnotism too? Then he felt hungry and thought, hunger is another normal sensation that is probably being imposed upon me. The magician is hypnotizing me to feel tired, hungry, and thirsty. What will happen if I submit to these hypnotic suggestions? He decided to try to prove his theory, that there was a presence within him that would carry him through the experience of being totally hypnotized. So he sat down and went to sleep. The professor woke up in a beautiful, verdant field with trees and flowers. The birds were singing. The magician was there and had prepared for him an attractive feast. The professor had forgotten about the cave and was enthralled with the scenery. He was imprisoned in his mind, held spellbound and charmed by the beautiful appearance. The professor ate the delicious food and satisfied the suggestion of hunger. He drank ambrosia and quenched his thirst. He lay back and smiled contentedly at the magician. The magician said, "How beautiful everything is. How wonderful." "Yes," the professor agreed, totally hypnotized. The magician disappeared. The professor got up and looked around, totally lost. He had forgotten that he was in a cave and who he was. He did not realize that he was completely under the spell of the magician. The professor did not know that he was hypnotized or where he was going, but he was happy. He walked down the path before him and came to a lake, jumped into a small boat that he found there, and began to row across to the other side. When he was in the middle of the lake, a sudden storm came up, and he was pulled toward a whirlpool. He tried frantically to avoid it, but the little boat was drawn into the swirling water, and he was sure that this was the end. Suddenly, he was awake, standing on solid ground in bright sunshine. He was out of the cave and facing the smiling hypnotist, who had been watching him wander around and around in circles. The hypnotist said, "Congratulations. You were right. There was a presence that brought you out of the cave." Most people are so disoriented that they do not know where they are or who they are, and I have to awaken them. You have proved your point. There is an invisible guide that led you through the experience and woke you up. The end of story. Regardless of all the imaginings of the professor, he was still in the same original cave. The cave didn't change. Only his fearful thoughts about the cave had changed, which also changed his experience. We hypnotize ourselves by our ignorance of who we are, by our superstitions, fears, judgments, and the power of suggestion into believing that the world we see has power for good and evil. The world of effect has no real power of its own, only that which we give to it through our belief. But no matter what, it doesn't change our true nature or that of the world. Only our understanding changes, and thus our experiences reflect this change. We have torn down our veil and now clearly see all is God and all is good. Divine Spirit is expressing as my holy temple, body consciousness, which is pure love, alive, intelligent, and is Spirit substance, perfect in every way. Our beautiful Mother Earth is a creation of love, is Spirit substance, expressing as intelligent life, and bountiful from its core to its upper atmosphere. We live in an abundant, eternal, multidimensional universe of love. As within, so without, and so it is. And it's my pleasure to turn this over to Reverend Teresa.
Thank you, Reverend Christine, for that inspiring message and that wonderful story. Now we have come to the divine, loving, healing, gratitude portion of our service. We give gratitude for that which is ours to give and for that which we have received. I invite you to say our Community of Infinite Spirit gratitude prayer with me now. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Divine Spirit, we thank you for all of the blessings that are poured into our lives continuously, especially the blessing of divine love. We are loved unconditionally just as we are. As we open ourselves to receive, we see the blessings that are poured out upon us. We have only to open our consciousness in willingness to receive, believing in the truth of abundant divine supply, giving into the flow as we open our hearts and our consciousness to receive. Gratitude for our blessings opens the space for more blessings to flow into us. And we affirm that we are so blessed. We are so grateful for every blessing, no matter how small. We share the divine love we receive with others, knowing we are one with all life. We are one heart and one mind. We lift up in prayer all those affected by severe weather, natural disasters, accidents, illness, conflict, war, homelessness, oppression, and the senseless violence in our world, seeing divine love and compassion coming forth to heal broken hearts and supply all needs abundantly. With deep faith, we know that we are always supported by the divine, and we give to assist others. We wish true divine love and all perfect divine blessings for everyone. May all be healthy and happy. May all be peaceful and free. May all prosper and thrive and experience the auspicious blessings of this life. And so it is. Amen. Donations to support this uplifting ministry are gratefully received on the donation page of our website, communityofinfinitespirit.org. Now I invite you to join us in the Healing Prayer Circle. On this second Sunday in September, fall is coming soon, but we still have some beautiful summer weather to enjoy for a little while longer. Imagine we are at a lake a beautiful blue shimmering lake with trees all around us, all shades of green. We are standing on the shore of the lake with spiritual friends and family all around us. We join hands in a circle of divine love, feeling the joyful blessing of the warm, loving hands connecting us in consciousness heart to heart. This is a holy circle. The ground on which we stand, our sacred Mother Earth, is holy ground. Today we are going to expand the divine love we feel in our heart. We begin with our own body. I invite you to open and expand the energy system in your own body, beginning with the base chakra. We will go up the chakra system one by one, opening and expanding each one with Om. Breathe into each chakra as we say Om. Starting with the base chakra at the base of the spine, breathe into the base chakra and say Om. Feel the base chakra opening in divine love. Moving up to the sacral chakra below the navel, breathe into the sacral chakra and say Om. Feel the sacral chakra opening in divine love. Moving up to the solar plexus chakra above the navel, breathe into the solar plexus chakra and say Om. Feel the solar plexus chakra opening in divine love. Moving up to the heart chakra, breathe into the heart chakra and say Om. Feel the heart chakra opening in divine love. Moving up to the throat chakra, breathe into the throat chakra and say Om. Feel the throat chakra opening in divine love. Moving up to the third eye chakra in the forehead, breathe into the third eye chakra and say Om. Feel the third eye chakra opening in divine love. Moving up to the crown chakra above the top of the head, breathe into the crown chakra and say Om. Feel the crown chakra opening in divine love. Continue to breathe and feel the entire chakra system open in the light of divine love. Breathe and feel divine love permeating the entire body with divine love, divine light, and divine wholeness. Every system of the body is bathed with the light of divine love. Breathe it in and say, thank you, Spirit, for the healing light of divine love. See every relationship in your life filled with the light of this divine love. Any relationship that needs healing is bathed in the light of divine love. Open your heart to see the light of divine love present in every relationship, harmonizing and healing all relationships. We are one with all beings, and we see and feel our oneness. Let's open our heart and send divine love out everywhere around the entire world, to our family, friends, neighbors, co-workers, clerks at the stores where we shop, those across our nation, politicians, those around the world in every nation, all beings everywhere. We send you healing and harmonizing divine love and light. We see you as you truly are, a beautiful divine expression of the One. We know that we are one with you, and we wish you perfect divine health, happiness, and wholeness. All of your relationships in perfect divine order and divine love and light. We see all of the animals in our sacred Mother Earth bathed in the light of divine love and light, cared for in the highest way as the consciousness of humanity is raised in divine love and light. Divine One, help us to be aware of our divinity in every moment, and to remember that we are choosing to be peacemakers and light workers, holding the vision of divine wholeness. Help us to embrace divine love and peace for all, seeing our oneness with all life. Help us to remember that we are your heart and your hands in this earth realm. May we be a blessing to our fellow beings every day, May the divine love, light, and peace we send out be received with joy. May it open hearts everywhere, and may all awaken to the truth of the beautiful light of their divinity. Thank you, Divine One, our Creator and our Source, for this understanding of truth. Om, peace, amen, and so it is. Our announcements for today: we invite you to join us on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Time for a guided meditation by calling 518-418-1389. Join us live next Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific Time at the same number. We invite you to visit our website, communityofinfinitespirit.org, to access the resources we have available. You can listen to podcast recordings of our Sunday services and meditations on our website under Healing Words, and on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel at Community of Infinite Spirit. We post daily affirmations and short inspirational messages on our Facebook page and on Instagram. We have an ongoing Zoom book study group Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. Pacific Time. We also have a Joel Goldsmith Zoom book study group Wednesday mornings at 11 a.m. Pacific Time. We welcome you to join us. We will be starting new books in both of these groups soon, so you can get in on the beginning of the book study. See the details on our website to sign up for either or both of these Zoom book studies. Sign up for our newsletter and announcements via email on our website. Follow and like us on our Facebook page and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Community of Infinite Spirit. If you would like email and text reminders of our Sunday services, events, and book studies, you can join our meetup group, Community of Infinite Spirit, at www.meetup.com. If you would like to donate to the Community of Infinite Spirit, you may do so on the donation page of our website via PayPal or credit card, or by postal mail at the address at the bottom of our homepage. We are truly grateful for all donations, and we thank you for your generosity in supporting the Community of Infinite Spirit. Now we will have our closing song.
This song is by Christy Snow from her album I Sing My Love, titled I Stand Before God.
Stand
This concludes our service. You are wished infinite blessings, perfect health and wholeness, peace, joy, hope, and unconditional love in each and every day. Have a wonderful week. Remember to live in the light of awakened consciousness, seeing the good in each day. Namaste. The divine in me sees the divine in you.